Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Visions of Mana. We are like halfway through Lucar Ruins? Maybe, because it's the first time being here. We are exploring, we did like an arena match with the elevator going down and we want to see what's up ahead. But first I saw this chest. Ooh, Dark Saber, nice. And there's also one thing I want to quickly change before moving forward, because this was a tip some of you gave me, that is learning and then using. Let's see, what do we have? Power of Light imbued. Power of Wind allies with elemental damage. Thunder Saber. I think I have it. Do I have it on my quick list? No, for yours. Yes, I do. Okay, so they said Thunder Saber works really well here. So I'm gonna see if I can use that in our upcoming fights. We'll have to.
I will take over.
Not for now. Let's just go with Val for the moment. All right, let's continue. Bizarre?
Master, Her Majesty Queen Palomina is here, with the alms. What? How? Why?
This location turned out to be the source of the water's stagnation. Was this dastardly deed your doing?
Huh. You should be on your way to the mana tree and out of my fur by now.
You put the citizens of Illystana in danger in order to frame Niccolo. Why?
Simple. He stood in the way of my ambitions. I would make a much better king than that sniveling brat. This small bit of suffering on the part of the people is necessary to achieve my ultimate goal.
You would sacrifice the well-being of the many for the benefit of the few. Gone are the days when Illystana's wealthy could impose their will over the common good.
Those with the means should have the right to lay down the law to those who lack it. That system propelled the capital into the prosperity it sees to this day. Perhaps your appointment as Alm is the goddess, making her will known. After all, you must give up your position and leave the capital. She is telling you that you, Queen Palomina, are no longer needed in Illystana.
There's no higher honor than being chosen as an alm. You're just trying to make excuses for your underhanded plot.
That he is.
An honor? Ah, an honor to throw your life away for a rotten world of filth? You may keep that honor, sir. No matter. Now that you have discovered my plan, you must be disposed of. Just think, a world that has lost all of its alms. What an interesting place that would be.
That would be a world destroyed. Why would he even want that? Because with no elements, there is just a wasteland, isn't it? Big boss time. There's a gigantic crab.
To think that Bazaar would unleash such an uncontrollable opponent.
Now's the time to act.
Let's give this to everyone.
The official soul guard, I'll protect you all.
Yeah, I guess we need to hit him in the eye. Yep. Ooh, he's also hitting me in a weak spot. My buddy. Come on, stop pushing me behind him. Careful. What the hell? Jesus, he's being very good.
Use this. Come on.
Right, I can't hit him from here. Oh god, enemies. No, I'm gonna use the CS for when he's down. Anyone left? Oh, is it gonna fall down, isn't it? Get out of the way. Fall. Ah, Queen, really? Oh, one of his eyes is out. Let's take the other. Oh wait, both his eyes gone? What the hell happened to his eyes?
We cannot waste any more words on this monster. It must be felled. It took us far enough time to make escape.
Ah, why does it climbs up to the top again? More little enemies? Oh, stay out of the way. Again. Alright, let's go for it. Oh, his eyes are back. We'll get there, just a little bit more. Yeah, he really is trying to make sure that I don't hit him in his face. Ooh, nice. Too bad I wasn't the one that hit him the last shot. Our teammates did well.
This event calls for the elemental vessel.
Yeah, the Kraken on the ship I love more, but it was a really beautiful looking fight.
How could the mighty full metal hugger have fallen?
Your schemes end now, Passar. This is the end of your bid for the throne.
So you don't have to worry about your trip to the mana tree.
Fools! You yearn for your own destruction at the hands of the mana goddess! It beggars belief!
Who's really the fool here? Sounds like the whining of a loser who wishes he were worthy enough to be an alm.
The alms' pilgrimage is a revered tradition throughout the world. We have been chosen to preserve the future by the Faerie and the elemental spirits.
Your life is your own to live, not to sacrifice for the sake of others!
None of us want to live at the expense of our loved ones. We are their hope for the future.
So you're saying that the alms are not tethered to this world with petty desires like life and freedom? An empty existence. Go! Waste the rest of your short lives traveling to the mana tree for all I care.
No! He got away.
Leave him. I will dispatch the royal guards to deal with it.
What a relief! Thank you all.
Undine.
Oh, what a horrible mess. Full Metal Hugger interfered with the water flow, which in turn drained away my power. Let me tell you, it has not been fun. But I believe I have you to thank for punishing those imbeciles in my stead. Thank you, Alm of Water.
I came to help not as the Alm, but as the Queen of Illystana. I needed to restore water to my people.
I see. Your final act as queen, then. Faerie has told me a lot about you. I can tell by your expression that you've come to your decision, though.
Yes. I am no longer wary of abdicating the throne. With this, Niccolo's good name should have been restored. Shall we return to the capital?
We can. Unless there's a little bit more to explore. Are we being whisked away?
I am relieved that Undine has been rescued.
All's well that ends well. We can let you know once we get back.
Yes. Let us return to the capital.
Ooh. Morley's item. Very nice. Yeah, that fight, even though it was very hard to control, considering that every time I tried to get in front of him to hit his soft spot, his eyes, I kept getting hit and stuff like that. The AI for my team members worked actually really well. I'm very impressed by that. Because in all honesty, they won the fight for me, basically. Yes, I did plenty of damage myself. I gave them the electric saber in order to do more damage to the water element. So yes, of course I helped. It's not that I totally let them do everything. I healed them as well. But they were really good. I'm really impressed by that.
I'll deal with this.
Now let's play around with Morley a little bit, and well, it looks like we got a nice little item for him. The Radiant Night Tonic, and of course we have a lot of these as well, but I haven't decided yet on how to divide those. And like I said, there's no reason not to use it.
I have the spirits to thank.
Expanded Morley's elemental plot. Which of course means that now that we can use the vessel, we should definitely unlock that.
I'm on the right track.
Considering he's using that at the moment. Ooh, unleashes a crescent-shaped light disc, deals moon damage to the enemy. Would be nice if everyone would have like a dedicated attack magic, isn't it? I don't think Val's gonna get that. He's more like attack, so like elemental weapons, defense, and that kind of stuff, and extra stats. But the rest, that's interesting, really. Ooh, a trap. Oh, well, he's got 62. I need to be careful not to overwhelm myself by going full in on certain points, because once we unlock new classes, because we still have 5 to go, I don't want to be low on points and just be able to unlock most of the basic ones at least. Ooh, this is the lower version of that.
My bond with the spirits virgins.
Or because he's a magic user, so he can
This
have
cultivate
easier
our
access
connection.
to it.
My bond with the spirits virgins. May this cultivate our connection.
Alright, that will definitely help a little bit with her moves. Now is she? Because she only had those to begin with. And in the ring, everything is there. Perfect. Alright, I'm guessing we're going back to the capital.
A fine opportunity
Do we
to rest.
want to check on Letgus Bay to see if there are any side quests there? Just to make sure. I wonder if we'd see it if it was here. Wouldn't hurt. Alright, show me the map. No, I don't see any other side quests popping up.
Right.
Well, Illystana is not far from Pitter Ridge. Just follow the road. I know, I've been there. See what the other two have to say, and then we'll warp to Illystana.
Right?
Oh, what do you think the capital will be like? And they say there are no other cities that can compare. I can't even imagine. Oh, definitely the older text. Go back to the courtyard.
Where to next?
And then outside of the city.
We should be off.
Yeah, with a tree we can instantly go where we want to go, but this is actually pretty fast as well. The Cactus Diaries. Yeah, we got a few extra pages by finding him a couple of times already. I haven't read it yet. Niccolo!
Returned!
Father, you're all right.
Once the water in the capital began flowing as usual, they cleared me of all charges. I was told that the Tsar is on the run, but we can consider this case closed.
Father, I would like to introduce my travel companions.
It's a pleasure to meet the convoy of alms, and to see Mew again, Morley Alm of the Moon. You look surprised. Don't you know that nothing escapes these ears of mine? For my part, I hope the rest of Mew Alms and Mew Honorable Soul Guard will take good care of Morley and Palomina.
Your Majesty, I'm so happy to hear that you've announced your appointment as the Alm of Water.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Queen Palomina told me in no uncertain terms to keep her status as the Alm a secret.
Usually the Alm is named with a ceremony by the fountain. It's a big deal. Without the public announcement, everyone assumed that the Alm wasn't chosen yet.
She begged and pleaded with me not to tell anyone. I couldn't tell her no.
I apologize for my unwillingness, Faerie.
Sounds like the Queen's got a stubborn streak.
Oh, that she has indeed.
The waters of Illystana are so refreshing.
It's good to see you again, Undine.
Well, I had to attend my alms ceremony, and I wanted to be sure to thank everyone again for all of their help in the ruins. Now then, Palomina, allow me to explain your appointment as the Alm. You have worked hard to give the people of Illystana a place where all walks of life can come together. You made the capital what it is today. It is the very nature of water to flow. You managed to overcome the stagnated worries in your own heart and move forward. This is no small feat. You have shown the great city of Illystana the truth behind their water woes. And in doing so, you managed to dispel your fears and do your duty as queen. Now then, Faerie, if you please.
Of course, Undine. Your Majesty, Undine has judged you worthy. Water-wise Queen Palomina, by the grace of the Goddess of Mana, I name you the Alm of Water.
It would be my privilege.
I guess now it's official.
I promise to ensure the continued prosperity of Illystana by fulfilling my duty as the Alm. Now then, my fellow Alms, I believe we have a journey to complete.
We do.
The Alms of Light and Darkness should arrive in Illystana shortly. Until then, Mew all have time to enjoy the capital. See the sights, try the local delicacies.
We still get to stay in our rooms at the palace, right?
Woohoo!
Why do I have to go to the inn?
Aw, poor baby.
I'm not a baby. I just wanted to stay together. Oh well, I'll try and be on my best behavior for the Queen.
There is no need to go out of your way. From now on, I am simply Palomina, Alm of Water. Ian, I know that with you on the throne, our kingdom will flourish.
I will not let you down.
I know you will not. I am afraid that I must leave Ian's ascension in your paws, Niccolo.
My debt will be repaid with interest, Your Majesty.
I believe our promise is no longer in peril.
I suppose that I might need more instruction on how to govern a kingdom after all.
Looking forward to it, Your Highness.
The advisor that
So,
Belima
the
trusts.
queen was named the Alm. A rare occurrence, but it just goes to show that anyone in the world might be bestowed the honor of joining the pilgrimage, no matter their upbringing. Each Alm is chosen based on their own merits. Will I have the chance to ask Faerie the reason why she chose me?
Wonder who the Alms of Light and Darkness will be. They're coming by boat, so I guess we can leave as soon as they arrive. Better make sure we're prepared, just in case. What's Hinna up to at the palace?
I wondered that too.
We haven't spent this long apart since we left Tianeea. She might be lonely by herself in a strange new place. That settles it. I'll go check on her.
Karina, Morley, and Palamina have left the party. Alright. A night out on the town.
So Hinna and the others are in the palace.
The Alms probably have real fancy rooms at the palace for the night. It's late, but maybe I can still try the front entrance? Whatever. I'll figure it out when I get there.
Well, you can try, but I think before we're gonna do that, we're gonna try doing somewhat of our rounds. Just talking to everybody, see how they're doing, all that kind of stuff. Just see how the nightlife is. If the texts have changed, of course, but we'll figure it out soon enough by talking to everyone.
Okay.
Well, Illystana is also known as the capital of the deep, and it's a prosperous metropolis with a long and rich history. That's the welcome message for coming to town. Because it's such a distinctive time of day. I can imagine that there's not a lot of people out there, and the few that are out there with a reason. So I wonder what they have to say about it. It's a bit more empty than I thought it was gonna be. Is it just the guards, or are they all near the palace, celebrating the fact that the Alm has officially been announced? Because in a world like this, I can't really imagine something like that happened. Or it's so late that everybody's actually just laying in bed. Close to Illystana are the Luca ruins. All that remains nowadays is an ancient altar dedicated to the elemental spirits. Regular folks rarely go there anymore. Yeah, I wonder if it's worth getting back there again, just to check things out, see if there's anything new, anything different. Okay, don't see anybody down there, good. It's a bit quiet here tonight. Oh, Queen Palamina was named the Alm, and Prince Ian should be taking over as ruler of Illystana shortly. Great changes afoot, to be sure. I moved to Illystana a long time ago, and while it's convenient and a comfortable city, I still miss my hometown. Yeah, well, if you go somewhere that you haven't grown up with, yeah, homesick is definitely a thing that happens. But you accept it. Listen to the stillness of the night, the whispers of the waves of the shore. I listen to it all the time. Alright, how many people are shopping and how many shops are open tonight? Any late night sales going on? No, even the official stores are closed. Me. There is some money there. Oh, most of the shops are already packed for the day, but a handful stay open well into the evening. Yeah, I'm looking for those. Maybe Niccolo is open, cause I can consider him to be like an all-day type of thing. Well, there's a boat. Don't see any people though. Well, I guess this is for the lower part. Not too much.
Sure.
Well, Illystanians are the best described in 2 words: civilized and courteous. Should one choose to live here, we expect that they act accordingly. Of course. Just like Bazaar. Well, the marketplace is this way, and beyond that is the palace. Illystana is a big place, so try not to get lost. I will try. Greetings, Soul Guard. Are you out here to enjoy the evening breeze as well? Yes, I am. Prince Ian will soon ascend to the throne with Niccolo as his advisor. I believe Illystana will be safe in their hands. Yeah, and it will give time for Ian to grow more and learn more and be a better ruler in the end. Because that's what they all wanted, isn't it? I think this is the best outcome we could have.
Hey.
Oh, Prince Ian is young and impressionable. I hope that Niccolo can confer for him the wisdom and courtesy expected of a king. I think he can. Because Niccolo does seem, even though he's very industrious, very, well, let's say on the money, I think that's not a bad thing that he can impose on Ian. Learn how to see things for what they are. Only the Alm of Darkness and Alm of Light need to be named. Then your pilgrimage can truly begin. Oh, I wonder what kind of people they'll be. Me too, because we have one more slot for a fighter. And I've seen the picture on the beginning. And I think it's a plant person, which we already heard about a little bit. So, if there are 2 more alms being picked, will they be like Hinna? And just be with us, but not actually do anything together with us? I guess we'll have to find out when they are named what it's gonna be. Very curious indeed. Right, like I said, not a lot of people out. This does make it a lot easier for us. Ooh, wait, is that the water thing? I thought we were gonna grab that one. Yeah, it's already picked. Alright. No, wait, I was gonna go see Hinna. So we cannot go into Niccolo's. I do want to check out the noble quarter first. What do they have to say for themselves?
Hey.
Oh, after Bazaar's evil intentions were brought to light, he was left with no choice but to make a run for it. True. And run he did.
Okay.
Well, Bazaar's residence has been seized by the palace and only authorized personnel are now allowed to enter. So, basically in that regard, nothing changed. Still, nobody's allowed to get into his property. I was gonna be a bit curious to see what's going on, but I'll let it go for now. Legend has it that Lucca ruins are where Illystana first received the blessing of water from the spirits. There's no way to confirm that for certain, however. Well, maybe the library has something on it?
Oh.
I'm struggling to comprehend how anyone could still support Bazaar after the havoc he tried to wreak in the capital. Yes, for his own benefit, but considering he escaped, because I don't think he has been captured by the knights, maybe we'll see him again. Maybe he will want revenge on us.
Hello.
Oh, I'm happy for the queen, truly, but I will miss seeing her on her strolls around the area. It won't be the same without her. I can imagine that. Especially considering all her outfits just trying to blend in, and nobody is being fooled by that.
Yeah?
Well, I've heard that the Royal Library in Illystana is home to 1,000 of books. Yeah, still obsessing over the books. Well, Bazaar planned to seize the throne as soon as Palomina set off on a pilgrimage. Does he have no respect for the alms and their sacrifice? I can confirm he indeed has zero respect for them. Because he was willing to destroy them just in order to keep the attempt of the position alive. And that's definitely not good. Because the thing is, and I still wonder what would happen when all the alms is gone, but in my idea in my head right now. I can imagine that everything will be a wasteland. No more water, no more light, no more darkness. Just the world being there with no elements whatsoever to support its function. Yeah, that cannot be a nice place. Definitely not. Alright, so we have one more site to check, but considering that's a place where usually the children are, I'm guessing it will be barren as all hell. I was moved to tears when it came to light that Undyne and the Faerie appointed Lady Palomina to be Alm. Just remembering that moment gives me goosebumps. Undine, yes. So we make one quick round around this place? No, wait, I was gonna see Hinna. Ah, so we can't even try to get in there. Well, that's okay. We already got the chest that was there. The rest is just extra.
Okay.
Well, I hope you enjoy your stay here in Illystana. Well, if I can sneak into the rooms of the alms, it might be a better trip still. I might need to avoid the guards here, so they don't get suspicious about what I'm doing here.
If I go through the front, they'll just kick me out like last time. Maybe there's another way inside.
Just the water slide? Just a window at the side.
Her room's gotta be around here, right? There's someone there.
What's Val up to, I wonder?
Heya!
The perfect reaction.
Hinna, it's just me!
Val?
I figured you might be lonely, so I wanted to check and make sure everything's okay.
Oh, you thought I was the lonely one? But you weren't lonely at all, right?
No, of course not. In fact, I was busy making plans for the trip.
Ah, yes. The picture of Soul Guard preparedness.
That's right.
A beautiful night with the two of them together.
Joking aside, I realized I'm more weak-willed than I thought.
Hinna?
If I'm being completely honest, I'm scared.
Scared of what?
Completing my duty as the Alm and sacrificing my soul. It's terrifying. When we set out on this journey, I hadn't really thought about the consequences of becoming the Alm. Of what I'd really be giving up. I never questioned my role before. It's ingrained in our traditions, after all. Our purpose in this world has always been to continue our way of life. The alms are how we protect the future. But now, after traveling to all these exotic locations and meeting so many different people, both good and bad, I realized... Never mind. I'm probably overthinking it.
You're not. Trust me.
Ow!
Oh!
What's up?
Orin!
Sorry for eavesdropping. Can I ask? If you two could be together forever, would you? Continue living your lives as you are now, until you both grow old and gray. If you never want to let each other go, I can make that happen. I can show you a future free of the alms sacrifice. If you trust me, come to the pier by the market before sunrise. I'll be waiting.
Oh, is it finally happening? The old stories? Because my theory is still that there's something wrong with the mana sword back in the past. And that's why the alms were created.
Do you think a future without sacrifices is possible?
It has to be.
But what'll happen to us and our mission?
I want to hear what Orin has to say.
Me too.
Hinna?
Okay, let's go talk to Orin.
It's a beautiful night out there, isn't it? The full moon once again.
Do you remember when we were kids and I got hopelessly lost just outside of the village?
Oh, yeah. Once I noticed you were gone, I ran out to search for you. When I found you, you were crying, which made me cry.
I know you must have been scared, but it meant a lot that you came to look for me anyway.
Of course, Hinna. Even when we were little, I didn't want to be apart from you.
Me too. Val, you know, I've always...
Hinna?
Never mind. It can wait until after we meet up with Orin.
Yeah, we almost got that confession, cause they both love each other. They've always been together. They just never said it in those specific words, I think. Because who knows what the future will bring, especially now that she's the Alm. There is not a very long future, so is there a point in saying it, making the journey only harder? But yeah, Orin. This is gonna be interesting, because if I'm right, this might be the first hints on that, and maybe he knows it. Can't wait to see. Ooh, the moon is getting brighter, it was me.
We left without telling anybody. Do you think we should have included the rest of the group in this? They're alms too.
True, but it's already late. And I know that Karina, for one, was exploring the palace from top to bottom. I bet she's fast asleep by now. Also, I get the feeling that everyone else has already come to terms with their role as alms. But I just can't. I don't want to have to give all of this up. I want to keep living my life. And now that I've realized that, I know that what I really want is to stay here and keep making memories with you, Val. It's silly, but I don't want the others to see how selfish I've become. How unworthy I am to be an alm.
Don't say that! You were personally chosen by an elemental spirit. You'll make a fantastic Alm of Fire.
Thanks, Val. That does actually make me feel better.
You're not the only selfish one. I wish I could keep traveling with you forever. Not to the Mana Tree, just anywhere. And everywhere. But I don't know how much stock we can put in Orin's plan. If there's no other choice, I think it's our duty to see this pilgrimage through.
Agreed. I accepted the title, and I will do what needs to be done. But I'd like to know our options first. You know, you're a pretty good soul guard, Val.
Yeah.
I was scared to talk about how I was feeling. I thought maybe the others, or even you, Val, might be disappointed in me.
Hinna, nothing you say would ever make me think less of you. And I know the rest of the convoy feels the same. They'd listen to what you have to say.
You're right. I'll talk to everyone when we get back.
But first, we gotta hear Orin out.
True. But personally, I really think that if you are going to sacrifice yourself, even just your soul, it's normal to feel hesitant about that at some point along the way, especially the closer you get to the point that you actually have to do it. But you have to move through it. Unless we find another way? And that's why we're talking to Orin. Or do we? Because I'm thinking, do we want to do it now or save it for the beginning of the next one? Because I don't know what he has to say. It could be a very long story. Very interesting one indeed.
Good. You're willing to take a chance on me.
We want to hear you out at least. What is it that you plan to do? How can you make it so that alms aren't needed? Won't the world fall to ruin if the alms don't sacrifice their souls to the mana tree and replenish the depleted mana power?
It won't. I'm going to change the unjust laws of fate that rule this world of ours. I can fix it all. And the world will be better for it. For people like Hinna. And Liza.
Liza? You mean like Liza?
It figures you'd know her. She was a soul guard from Tianeea like you. After she completed her mission, we settled down together. She's the love of my life.
Oh, we heard she got married, but didn't know who her partner was.
Is she okay? Where is she?
She's around. Still in Guju, actually. 4 years ago, she was named the Alm of Earth.
Liza became an alm? But didn't disaster befall Guju?
Just because the village was destroyed, doesn't mean everyone was lost. But living on the edge of a knife, waiting for fate to strike you down is no life at all. I need your help to change this world for good.
So, why ask the two of us?
Any alm would be fine, but I don't know. When I look at you two, I see a lot of me and Liza in you. That's why I need you both to help me. What do you say? Want to change the world?
I want to see the future that Val and I can make together.
Sounds like I'm at your service, Orin.
I knew I could count on the pair of you. Hop aboard and let me show you what I found.
We cannot stray too far. We don't happen to Hinna what happened to
Something
Liza.
happened to Liza in Guju?
These days, she has a hard time moving. And it seems that she's still considered the alm of our village, even after all these years. But I just can't let her go to the mana tree.
Where are you taking us?
A small island with a place called Rhaenys Shrine, where we can perform the ritual.
What ritual?
It's a ritual that allows another person to borrow the life energy of an alm.
That sounds dangerous. Will this ritual hurt Hinna in any way?
Everything will work out. Using the power of a person chosen by the elementals, I can make it so the alms won't have to sacrifice themselves, just like in the past.
Oh, you mentioned something about that on the Prim. Is that why you're traveling the world right now?
Yep, I've been searching everywhere for a way to fix things. I'd be willing to do just about anything as long as it's for Liza. And that's how I happened upon the two of you.
There's still something I don't trust about what he's doing.
What's that?
That is Rhaenys Shrine. It was built back in the time of Fadiel to honor the elementals and give thanks to the spirits. The elemental spirits are more in tune with things like this altar, so it's a good place to perform this ritual. I'm gonna head straight for the altar and get things set up. The terrain is a bit tricky here, so watch your step.
Oh, we definitely will. the Ragnus shrine.
Careful, Hinna. It really is hard to keep your footing here.
Thanks, Val. Such a mysterious place we found ourselves in. Each breath of air feels so crisp and clean. The breeze is nice too. Val, I figured out what I really want. I want to go back to Tianeea. With you. I want to hear the rumbles of our volcano as we go about our lives. Smiling, laughing, enjoying each other. Is that selfish of me?
Hinna, of course it's not. I want the same thing. That's the whole reason I came here.
Really? You too? Then I'm glad it's not just me.
Yeah, but the thing you're doing right now, what is it that he can promise that it doesn't happen to Hinna the same that happened to Liza? Because he's being a little bit dishonest here, because he's not telling that she turned to stone, trying to escape the city. If Hinna goes through with this, what would happen to her? Will she change as well?
Taking this?
And another thing, when I hear the name Shrine, and I think about all the previous mana games that existed, we always had that the sword and the seeds of mana, those were combined to power up the sword and revive the trees, or something like that. It's been a long time. So could it be something like that too? And that there might be hints there on what actually needs to happen and not what's going to happen? I'm very much intrigued in the story, I really am. Ah, all the elements.
Let's get started. Go stand in the center of the altar.
Hinna, good luck.
Not so fast. You too, Val.
What? Me?
This ritual allows someone to borrow another's life force, remember? Hinna needs your support physically to hold her up.
I'd rather you were with me anyway, Val. Please.
Well, okay.
Again, that look in his face, that's the look that I don't trust.
Is it weird that standing up here makes me nervous?
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not nervous. I'm with you. And we'll be together from here on out.
Because is he doing it to help the alms or just to help himself? Because is he using it to restore Liza back to life and destroying hers? I'll be quiet, let's see.
What? Hang on. Orin, what are you doing? This feels like...
You've got it, Val. This ritual is actually used to draw out the abilities of people with particular powers. In other words, you, Val, can reduce living things to their essence. Their core stones.
Into what?
When Liza told me about this little boy from her village who could crystallize monsters, I figured she was kidding. It sounded like a silly myth. But once I saw you in action, I realized you might be the answer I've been searching for. All I needed was the ritual in order to use your powers. And now, I'll have the core stone of an alm. With it, I'll be one step closer to accomplishing what I set out to do. Hinna!
Oh, don't let him succeed.
You're coming with me to Elusia Isle.
Orin! This isn't... We didn't want this! You said we could be together! We trusted you!
I had to, Val. But her sacrifice won't be in vain. I promise you.
How is this different than what they're already doing?
Hinna, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. I didn't mean to do this. It's all my fault. If I didn't have these stupid powers, you'd be...
I always thought we'd get married and have lots of children. You'd grow into a wise old man, and I'd be by your side through the years. That was the future I wanted for us.
Hinna, no!
What does not wait for a lifetime, even if the light of my soul.
She's actually dead?
This love of ours we would never trade, no matter what. Close your eyes, your lips, I'm a memory, a distant thought, yearning to be free, a whisper at your fingertips, now and for always, now and for always,
No. What will happen to Tianeea?
My, that is quite the quandary.
Turned into a core stone? I had noticed when monsters transformed into rocks during fights, but I didn't know it was your doing, Val.
You're sitting here feeling sorry for yourself. But Orin isn't the only one to blame for this fiasco.
I know.
You know? Like you know that it's your whole job to prevent things like this from happening, Mr. Soulguard?
Karina, is this really the time?
No. She's right. I have no right to call myself a soul guard.
You won't even stand up for yourself? Pathetic.
How should we proceed?
What do you mean? You all still have a duty to fulfill at the Mana Tree. And Val is still charged with protecting the alms along the way. That hasn't changed. With the loss of the Alm of Fire, the village of Tianeea is in grave danger. The longer you hesitate, the wider the damage may spread.
But how can I possibly make it to the Mana Tree when I can't even protect a single person?
Where do you think you're going?
Karina, leave him be. I know how you feel, but you're only pouring salt into the wound at this point.
Oh, come on, Morley. Don't tell me you're not mad at Val, too.
Of course I am. But yelling at him now won't help. He should have talked to us before taking Hinna on this fool's errand. But what's done is done.
I just don't get it. How could this have happened to Hinna?
We received word this morning that Dorfer Volcano is active. The extent of the damage is not yet known. Eruptions will scorch the earth with fire from every fissure, so goes the saying. The village is vulnerable.
What about Val? If he quits, will we have to make the pilgrimage to the Mana Tree on our own?
A complex conundrum to be sure. I do not think it wise to withdraw with Val in this state.
Perhaps I can make Val see reason. All he needs is a nudge in the right direction. Leave this to me. Consider it payment from your assistance with my wrongful imprisonment.
Father knows what he's doing. Let him try.
Yeah, well, maybe you can knock some sense into that thick head of his.
He's suffered enough as it is. I doubt he could handle another blow to his mind or body after what he's been through.
He needs hope. Hope that things can become right again. Or that he can get her soul back.
I have a duty to the rest of the alms. They need protection. They need me. But how can I protect everyone when I'm the reason Hinna... And how do I even face them? I wish none of this had ever happened.
Obtained Hinna's pendant.
Once we get back, if we'd never left the pier, everything would be different. Hinna.
Yeah, he needs to accept what happened and deal with it, but we're not gonna deal with it today. For now, the episode has lasted long enough. Wow, at the beginning of today, I did not think something like that would happen. The destruction of the Alm of Fire, Tianeea, might be destroyed, might be erased from the earth. And we don't even know if we can do anything about it. And Orange just running away with her soul in the stone. The only hope we can have is that her soul is still in the stone. And while her soul is still out there, maybe the process of the destruction of Tianeea will not happen until, so as long as the soul is still there. If that's the case, maybe we can still get it back. I don't know if we can get Hinna back, but at least we can get the soul and deliver it to the Tree of Mana, that even her life were not in vain. But there's still so much to do. But that's for the next one. So for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time, as we'll figure out where we go from here. See you then. Bye bye.